This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us at 5, everyone. One of the police officers involved in the shooting of Breonna Taylor will face criminal charges, but not related to her death.
A grand jury this afternoon indicted former officer Brett Hankison with 3 counts of wanton endangerment in the police raid. But the charges are for shots fired into other apartments. The jury announced no charges against the other 2 officers. Louisville police shot Taylor in March while executing a no-knock warrant at her apartment during a drug investigation. Taylor, 26 years old. Her boyfriend fired 1 shot at police, saying he believed they were intruders. 3 officers returned fire, killing Taylor. No drugs, by the way, were ever found in her home.
The decision before my office as the special prosecutor in this case was not to decide if the loss of Miss Taylor's life was a tragedy. The answer to that question is unequivocally yes.
We keep having exhibit after exhibit after exhibit, whether it's George Floyd in Minneapolis, Minnesota, whether it's Jacob Blake in Kenosha, Wisconsin, whether Chris it was Dijon Kinsey, shot 15 times in Los Angeles for riding a bicycle while black, whether it is Breonna Taylor, Zara's sister, who, she's in her apartment. She's in the sanctity of her home, the place where you are expected to be safe.
Right now, protesters are gathering in Louisville. Here's a live look. Police on the scene declared a gathering on a street corner outside downtown to be unlawful. Officers threatened to use chemical agents and make arrests. The people didn't disperse. Curfew set for 9 p.m. there, and coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from a local attorney here who will explain what the charges actually mean.
Well, less than 6 weeks out from the general election, it remains unclear when absentee ballots need to be in.
Now, Republicans want the deadline to be election night. They appealed a federal ruling that would give ballots an extra 6 days to show up. With that uncertainty, Jamie Perez joins us, having spoken with 2 Dane County Clerk's office about how they're planning for 2 different results. Jamie.
Right, well, both the city and county clerks said that this is something that they have been preparing for, and regardless of the court ruling, they will be prepared for November either way. Now, they said that something similar also happened in April. They're prepared to handle a large number of absentee ballots on Election Day come November, regardless of how this court ruling turns out. They said whether they have to be counted on Election Day or 6 days after, voters should expect to see results on election night or that 6th night, again, depending on how the court ruling goes. Here in Dane County, absentee ballots will be counted at polling location sites, and they've taken extra steps to ensure that results can be released as quickly as possible.
The things we've done is we've added more machines. So if you're a lot of polling locations, there'll be one machine that voters will be using to cast their ballot and another machine where poll workers are feeding absentees in, and that way one's not getting slowed up by the other.
McDonough also said that you can track your ballot online at myvotewisconsin.gov. He says people should please not call the clerk's office because it only doubles up on their work. He said, please go online and you can follow the entire process there. And if you are someone who is concerned about where your ballot is, he said that don't worry about this court ruling. He says the best thing that voters can do is to get their absentee ballot early, turn it in as soon as possible, or you can always also go vote in person on Election Day.
All right, Jamie, thank you. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo visiting Wisconsin today. He says sounding the alarm to state lawmakers about China's efforts to influence state governments. He says Chinese officials of the U.S. urged Wisconsin lawmakers to pass a resolution praising China's response to controlling coronavirus. The secretary calling it a propaganda effort pushed by the Chinese Communist Party. Democrats called the visit by Pompeo a campaign speech. The secretary said all levels of government, though, need to be aware of China's end goal, which he says is to undermine American sovereignty.
We love the Chinese people, but the Chinese Communist Party poses a real threat. We simply ask, there's nothing special. We want China to engage on the world stage the way we ask every other nation to. And it's not partisan. It's not about politics. This is about the American people's security. And so they are, when the Trump administration pushes back at the federal level, they're trying to circumvent that, going to state governments and city councils and even to PTA meetings.
Secretary Pompeo has come under criticism by those who say he is violating the norm of previous secretaries of state not to mix politics with foreign policy. Now, you can see our entire exclusive one-on-one interview with Secretary Pompeo Sunday, 10:30 a.m. on For the Record.
The Senate president helped bring Pompeo to Wisconsin, and he wants lawmakers to use some of the secretary's information to help shape the next legislative session.
Amy Reed live at the Capitol to show us how he and Democrats are reacting. Amy?
The Senate president said going off of this, the next session can look at some of the state's investments and the University of Wisconsin system's relationship with the Confucius Institute. But he also said this trip allows Wisconsin to get in the ear of Pompeo as he's out negotiating trade deals that affect farmers and businesses here. However, the Democratic leader told me she sees this as more of a distraction and a campaign trip. She criticized the legislature's lack of action on problems the state is facing right now.
This is a giant distraction. I never thought of Mike Pompeo as a shiny object, but he's the shiny object to distract the people away from the fact that the Republicans in this administration are not taking care of the people of Wisconsin.
It's given us an eye-opening experience to recognize that we're not immune to this kind of influence here in Wisconsin, and there's work that we can do.
Roth is focusing on what lawmakers in the state could gain from this relationship with the Secretary of State. He said this is the first time a Secretary of State has visited the state legislature. This visit was critical of China, a key trade partner. I asked Roth how he sees this impacting our farmers and our businesses, and his answer is coming up for you tonight at 6.
I look forward to that. Amy Reed live at the Capitol. Amy, thank you. Another mild fall day. We could see some storms later in the week. Your first warn forecast. Here's Gary.
Actually, by later in the week, we mean tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. It's pretty much just a few-hour time period as a weak cold front comes through the area. It doesn't really affect temperatures much, but does bring us a chance for some rain. So we take a look at the live view from the Queen Bee Radio Sky Cam. You can see in Platteville, skies are mostly sunny there. Visible cloud track shows plenty of sunshine. We'll probably start out the evening mainly clear before some of those clouds out west start moving in later on tonight. There are some showers and thunderstorms up in northern and central Minnesota. Eventually, some of those could reach us later tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures right now are still pretty mild, mid-70s to around 80 degrees. The warmer temperatures are closer toward the Mississippi River. And by tomorrow morning, look for temperatures to drop back into the middle 50s with skies become partly cloudy overnight. Tomorrow will be mostly cloudy, and we'll see some scattered shower and thunderstorm chances, especially later in the afternoon. High temperature, not quite as mild at 74 degrees. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast. It still includes some mild weather through the weekend, but much cooler weather for next week.
Gary, thank you. Surveillance video helped lead federal prosecutors to two people they think tried to start Madison buildings on fire. U.S. Attorney General Scott Blader charged 27-year-old Anessa Fierro and 45-year-old Willie Johnson. Today, Johnson and Fierro were spotted breaking windows and doors and pouring gas on buildings during the protest over Jacob Blake's shooting. Both could face up to 20 years in federal prison for each count. Prosecutors say arson is not a protest. It, quote, places the entire community at risk.
We now know who was killed in a crash on Madison's west side last week. 22-year-old Anthony Chung died after two cars crashed around 7 p.m. Thursday. It happened at Mineral Point Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Chung was pronounced dead at the scene. The Madison Police Department and the Dane County Medical Examiner's Office are still investigating Chung's death.
Students we could only talk with through cell phones are now sharing their experiences with us face-to-face tonight.
UW-Madison lifted its 2-week quarantine on Celery and Whitty residence halls at 8 o'clock this morning. Our Gabriela Becerra joins us live from campus to share how students who tested negative feel to finally be free. Gabby?
Susan and Eric, you could see and hear the students' excitement this morning just to breathe some fresh air. And some tell me they plan to spend a lot of time outside.
A huge sigh of relief.
Feels amazing. Like
so
I'm
happy.
Finally free.
From healthy students living in Celery and Whitty halls, now free to leave their dorm rooms after 2 weeks.
I got the next email that was like, you are officially released, and I was like, yes.
It was a long 14 days for the freshmen. They could only leave to pick up food from the dining hall.
I'm thankful for it to be over and that we lowered the amount of corona cases and flattened the curve here at UW-Madison.
School leaders are also celebrating today. Finance and Administrative Vice Chancellor Laurent Heller says much lower numbers, the 7-day average down 100 points to 80, mean their lockdown and shift to virtual learning is working.
Positivity has come down significantly with each round, and that's really great news.
Chancellor Rebecca Blank admits that quarantine is not the preferable solution all around, but says the school is prepared to do it again if needed.
If we see dorms spiking and our testing shows that we've got numbers that we think need to be dealt with, we will quarantine again.
If that does happen again, students ask for more of a heads up than the 2 hours they got 2 weeks ago.
I think the university could be more transparent with us and just tell us the steps that they're going to put in place.
But he understands that just like its students, UW-Madison is learning something new this year.
After learning from the beginning of not just springing it on us and adapting as time went on, honed the process a lot better so that if something does happen again, it can go a lot smoother.
The university increased testing and reduced the response time to get those tests back. Now, students, if they don't follow the guidelines, they will be punished, which could include emergency suspension.
All right, Gabby's live on campus tonight. Gabby, thank you. State health officials recorded an additional 56 hospitalizations for those with COVID-19 this afternoon. 7 more have died. At least 1,261 deaths have now been confirmed as a result of coronavirus in the state since it started. State and county health officials confirmed 1,700 new cases of the virus, bringing the lifetime total to more than 106,000. DHS officials said more than 15,000 of those cases remain active. And there were 13,450 tested for the virus in the past day. 13.1% came back positive. 7-day average of positivity nearing 17%. Wisconsin is said to have the second highest rate of positive coronavirus tests in the entire country. At UW-Madison, there are 23 new cases. The university's been tracking cases for exactly a month now. 2,726 students, 49 employees have tested positive for the virus.
Members of the White House Coronavirus Task Force testified on Capitol Hill today. Dr. Anthony Fauci's testimony before a Senate committee comes the same day Johnson & Johnson announced a phase 3 trial of its COVID-19 vaccine that requires only 1 dose and does not need to be stored in sub-zero temperatures. It is the 4th large-scale COVID-19 vaccine trial underway in the U.S.
We feel strongly that if we have a combination of adherence to the public health measures together with a vaccine that will be distributed to people in this country and worldwide, we may be able to turn around this terrible pandemic.
The FDA is expected to release a tough new standard for emergency authorization of a vaccine in an effort to quell concerns that political pressure may rush a vaccine through. The CDC also announced it will spend $200 million to help distribute a COVID-19 vaccine when it is ready. Wisconsin continues to be a battleground state in the upcoming election. Vice President Mike Pence will be visiting Eau Claire tomorrow. He'll visit Midwest Manufacturing. And Joe Biden's wife, Dr. Jill Biden, will be in Wisconsin on Monday. The details of her visit have not yet been released.
A federal civil rights lawsuit has been filed against Kyle Rittenhouse, Facebook, and several militia groups following the shooting deaths of protesters in Kenosha. Rittenhouse, the teenager accused of shooting and killing 2 protesters, injuring another during protests, demanding justice for Jacob Blake. The lawsuit alleges the defendants, quote, promoted attendance, violence, and imagery designed to threaten, intimidate, and harass. The filing includes several screenshots from social media from the various defendants.
Governor Evers, along with the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, announced $4 million in interest-free loans to small businesses damaged during the civil unrest in Kenosha. Businesses in the affected areas will be eligible for microloans of up to $50,000 at 0% interest, which will provide them with a short-term source of funds for repair work and operating expenses. The loans can be used for procurement of cleanup and restoration services, operating expenses, temporary space, payroll, and repair and reconstruction work.
More to come on News 3 Now at 5. Up next, mourners are gathering in Washington to pay their final respects to the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, how people are remembering her. And coming up tonight at 6, health experts are weighing in on what they call COVID fatigue, what they say is leading to it. That's at 6. And on Wall Street, the Dow takes a beating today, down 525 points. The NASDAQ off 331. The S&P drops almost 79. We'll be right back.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. Mad City Baths wants to install our one-day bath and shower systems in real homes at special savings. Transform your bathing experience with a new bath, tub to shower conversion, or walk-in tub. Mad City Baths is Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler, and now 50 homeowners who call will save with 75% off labor plus 60 months no interest. You'll get a bonus $100 Walmart gift card with purchase, and we'll compensate you for your time. Call during this program for a $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Have your zip code and location ready to see if you qualify. Throughout Madison and South Central Wisconsin, dial 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Motorcycle riders love the open road, and Geico loves helping riders get to where they're going. So to help even more, Geico is giving new and current customers a 15% credit on their motorcycle policies with the Geico Give Back. And because we're committed for the long haul, the credit lasts your full policy term. The Geico Give Back, helping riders focus on the road ahead.
My son Beckett was 2 years old when he was diagnosed with leukemia. He would get sick. Aubrey would take him to the bathroom and she would rub his back. Our family is fighting this every single day. If Donald Trump gets rid of our healthcare law, my son won't be protected. We would have to be making some tough decisions about what medications we can afford. We need a president who will protect our healthcare, and that's Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Transform your home's exterior with simple updates from Menards. Larson storm doors and windows let in the fresh air and help you save on your energy costs. Plus, they protect your home from wind and storm damage. With available features like screen-away technology, click and hold closing systems, and high-performance low-E insulated glass. Save 11% off our entire selection of Larson storm doors and windows at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, folks. Thursday morning, Madison's going to get an update on the status of the future public market.
We're taking a closer look at the new potential vendors and what your family can expect when the doors open.
We'll see you starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Today marks the first day of public services for the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who died last week at the age of 87 from pancreatic cancer.
Crowds of mourners came to the U.S. Supreme Court to pay their respects to the late justice. Among them, former President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and members of Congress. The history-making legal icon was honored for her work pursuing equal rights for all Americans.
This was Justice Ginsburg's life's work, to insist that the Constitution deliver on its promise, that we, the people, would include all the people.
Meanwhile, President Trump says he will be presenting the name of the person to replace Justice Ginsburg on Saturday. Joe Biden called the rush to push through a nominee on abuse of power, and he called on voters to make their voices heard.
A summer-like early fall day. Let's get a look at your first warn weather. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti with us now. Gary?
Yeah, this time of year where sunshine really helps as far as making a difference in temperatures. But three things you need to know in the forecast. We have a chance for some showers and thunderstorms about this time tomorrow. And then we'll see dry weather for Friday, and mild weather will continue into the weekend with high temperatures at or above 70, but cooler weather is still on the way for next week, along with some shower chances, especially from Monday afternoon into Tuesday. Over the last 48 hours, our temperatures have been pretty comfortable. The nighttime low temperatures have been in the 50s, daytime high temperatures in the upper 70s. Dew point temperatures have stayed generally between about 50 and 60 degrees. And over the next 48 hours, pretty much the same story. The dew point temperature staying right around the 60-degree mark. That'll keep our overnight low temperatures up into the upper 50s to around 60. Daytime high temperatures a little cooler tomorrow because of the cloud cover, but a little warmer as we head into Friday. Fall color report. Well, the northern part of the state starting to see colors turn. This area here seeing about a 25 to 50% color change in the leaves. Southern part of the state still a little early for that, but boy, take a look at the pictures in some of the areas that have seen the fall colors change. This picture from Chester Rorvig in the northern portion of Minnesota. You can see just how beautiful the colors are already shaping up. To the south, what was left of Tropical Storm Beta continuing to bring rain into Louisiana and into Mississippi and Alabama, even a tornado watch for parts of southern Mississippi. But over the last 120 hours or 5 days, there's been as much as 4 to 10 inches of rain from around Houston, northeastward to Louisiana, and up into the areas just south of Memphis. But you can see right now, the tropics are finally quiet. No tropical weather systems out there. The remnants of some systems, like Paulette was the hurricane that just kind of fizzled and regenerated. Beta over here, and then this was what was once Hurricane Teddy. But right now, no-name tropical systems, not expecting any development, at least over the next few days. Across the upper Midwest, there are some showers, a couple of isolated thunderstorms in central Minnesota. The jet stream in 2 parts. The northern branch of the jet stream bringing mild air here. The southern branch of the jet stream is where most of the moisture is concentrated. That's in the southern part of the United States. But a little of that moisture could get pulled northward in the vicinity of this front, and that's what will touch off a shower or thunderstorm chance tomorrow afternoon. So for tomorrow, look for mostly cloudy skies. That'll keep our high temperature down to about 74, and we will see some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. On future track early tomorrow morning, the rain will be up to our north, but you can see the shower and thunderstorm chances moving through about this time tomorrow. They'll move through pretty quickly. Still see cloudy skies for tomorrow night, and then on Friday, the sun will return and temperatures will be back into the upper 70s. Rainfall amounts spotty. Some areas about a quarter to a half inch. Other areas could pick up over an inch in a heavier shower or thunderstorm. But the 7 to 10 day forecast still calls for that mild weather trend through the weekend, and cooler weather for next week with some shower chances. Temperatures by next weekend back closer to normal. As we take a look at first warn traffic right now, been seeing some delays on the eastbound Beltline around Monona Drive. Looks like those are just starting to clear up, so traffic moving a little bit better. Looks like a slowdown on the westbound Beltline around Fish Hatchery Road. Right now, about a 15-minute commute either direction on the Beltline between University Avenue and the interstate if you're heading out of Madison. 26 minutes down to Janesville on I-3990 from the Beltline southward. US 12 from Middleton to Sauk City will take you 16 minutes. And from downtown to Sun Prairie on US 151 and East Washington Avenue, that'll also be a 16-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. Ahead at 5, we know Giannis is the NBA's MVP, but one magazine says his influence goes well beyond the court. That story next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
If unsightly mold and mildew is a problem in your bath or shower, Mad City Baths has the solution. Our baths and showers are infused with Microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning.
Cleaning our new shower is so easy. I get the spray bottle out with the cleaner and some paper towels. It takes me 5 minutes. There's no scrubbing, there's no sore arm. It's so easy to maintain.
Discover the Mad City Baths difference for yourself. We're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. Receive special savings with 75% off labor. Also 60 months no interest, plus a bonus $100 Walmart gift card with your bath or shower purchase. We'll take before and after photos, plus call during this program and receive a $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. 50 homeowners will save. Call 608-729-4466.
I want to make it absolutely clear. Rioting is not protesting. Looting is not protesting. It's lawlessness, plain and simple. And those who do it should be prosecuted. Fires are burning, and we have a president who fans the flames. He can't stop the violence because for years he's fomented it. But his failure to call on his own supporters to stop acting as an armed militia in this country shows how weak he is. Violence will not bring change. It'll only bring destruction. It's wrong in every way. If I were president, my language would be less divisive. I'd be looking to lower the temperature in this country, not raise it. Donald Trump is determined to instill fear in America because Donald Trump adds fuel to every fire. This is not who we are. I believe we'll be guided by the words of Pope John Paul II, words drawn from the scriptures. Be not afraid. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
I've spent better than half my life and most of my adult life, in the military. 2016, I voted for Donald Trump. Leaders are responsible for everything their organization does or fails to do. When I saw those commercials about, this is what a Biden presidency will bring. No, this is what you have brought. Everything that we have going on today, that's on you. Joe Biden is the first Democrat I'll vote for president. You want a commander-in-chief you can trust, and I think you can trust Joe Biden.
AB PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Millions of inventory must be sold. Prices are slashed up to 60% off retail. Save thousands. Save big on new hot tubs, spas, and saunas. See the Michael Phelps Signature Swim Spas by Master Spas.
Hi, I'm Michael Phelps. Join the swimming revolution.
The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show this weekend in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Visit 1-800-SPASale.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
A little over a month until Big Ten football season kicks off. Badgers have a few surprises on their roster ahead of that first game. ESPN reporting Wisconsin regaining offensive lineman Joe Dietzen. Started 32 games for the Badgers before having to retire last year due to numerous injuries. Wisconsin also announced safety Reggie Pearson is not on the roster. Head coach Paul Chris says Pearson isn't medically cleared to play, but still is enrolled in school. Badgers will kick off the season October 24th at Camp Randall against Illinois.
Time magazine has revealed its annual list of the world's 100 most influential people, and it includes Bucks player Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis just won his second straight NBA MVP award. Other people who made the list include athlete Dwayne Wade and his wife, actress Gabrielle Union, who are shown together on one of the covers under the heading Champions of Change. Another cover shows America's foremost infectious disease specialist, Dr. Anthony Fauci, and there will also be a new cover and a special tribute honoring the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
And stay with us for a final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment.
At GHC, we want you to be safer at home. We have more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
Joe Biden tried to cut Social Security and Medicare for decades.
When I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. I meant Medicare and Medicaid. I tried it twice, I tried it a third time, and I tried it a fourth time.
Now, Biden's promising your benefits to illegal immigrants. President Trump is protecting Social Security and Medicare, lowering costs, expanding access, keeping his word.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 50 homeowners whose bath or shower doesn't look so good and won't come clean. Call Mad City Baths now to take your bathroom from outdated to outstanding in as little as one day. From walk-in showers to walk-in tubs with premium wall designs like white travertine, canyon rock, and more with microban protection to prevent mold and mildew. Time's running out. Call now to be one of 50 homeowners who save with 75% off labor, plus 60 months no interest, and a bonus $100 Walmart gift card with purchase. Last chance to call during this program for the $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Have your zip code and location ready to see if you qualify. Throughout Madison and South Central Wisconsin, dial 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
At iMart Express, we've enhanced our safety and cleaning standards so that you can shop safely and save. Get 2 pairs of glasses for under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives for under $80. Shop safely and save at iMart Express.
Right glasses.
Right price.
Right now.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
But they've got the experience. I'm still in shock 3 or 4 years later that we're in this position now.
November can't come fast enough because there are families that need help now.
There is no good reason, if you are able to vote, not to vote.
We need to, right? We need to have individuals that are in office like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Good governance makes a difference.
To the thousands who did not vote, we need you to show up for our future and for our country.
That's right. You cannot sit on the sidelines. You got to get in the game.
Celebrate
and save during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's 65th anniversary sale going on now. To commemorate 65 years, we're offering incredible anniversary savings throughout the store. Like this 65th anniversary Yeti tumbler, $29.99. Save $50 on this Milwaukee 2-tool combo kit. And bonus bags of KT Wild Bird food are just $9.99. Don't miss incredible 65th anniversary savings. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, protesters clash with police as a grand jury does not indict any officers for the death of Breonna Taylor. Tonight, reaction from across the country. Plus, mourners wait hours in line to pay their respects to Justice Ginsburg. We'll have the latest on who could replace her on the nation's highest court. And a special centenarian shares a lesson on living life to the fullest. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
And Gary has a final check of the weather.
Well, look for mild weather in the next few days. Tomorrow, some showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Chance of showers and thunderstorms Saturday. Then cooler next week, along with some shower chances. Highs Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, only in the 50s.
We're back in 30 minutes for News Now at 6. CBS Evening News is next.